Hi. I'm gonna record my podcast at the same time. I decided I was gonna be productive today. Hey, good morning, my normies and non-normies. It is 8:22 in the morning, and it is June 23rd, 2022. I decided to be productive this morning. Like, I was supposed to have a skills lab to practice with a coaching partner for my health and life coach certification at 8 this morning. So I've actually been up since like 6 something. And she canceled on me because she stayed up late. So then I was like, well, might as well be productive. The kids are asleep except for Bella. We're having our morning wake and bake. And then I was like, well, I'm going to record a podcast. I'm going to record a YouTube. I need to record my podcast because I haven't put anything up in reality in the podcast. So I was like, you know what? Let me kill two birds with one stone. You feel me? I stand up my phone and my little stand thing, and I record it on the laptop for YouTube. So the phone records the podcast, and the laptop records to YouTube, and I'm being productive. Don't mind me, but I am. I'm still being productive, though. I can't say I'm not, because I'm talking to two separate streaming networks at the same time. Which is kind of going to be redundant, because the podcast usually posts up on the YouTube as well, but y'all get to see me in this video and not just listen to me when it does post up. I kind of find that redundant, to be honest with you, but not everybody goes to listen to a podcast, somewhere else. So I guess for those who just stay on YouTube, they can get the experience without having to go find the podcast. But so I really hope that you guys are doing good. I have actually grown a lot since the last time we sat down and had a conversation together. And that's including the podcast and YouTube. So, I realized while taking my 2 certifications, because I enrolled into 2 different programs. One is for health and life coach. The other one is just for life coach. I just completed the life coach certification. So I am a certified life coach. Did y'all hear that podcast? In case y'all didn't hear it, I'm going to say it again. I am now a certified life coach. This is a goal that I put that I was not... I'm sorry. My apologies. But that was a goal that I didn't think I was going to finish till the end of the summer. And I finished it actually in like a week. I didn't realize that I put myself on a grind like that hard until I got to the exam and I started answering the questions, and I'm sitting here like, oh, this is the final exam. This is the sucker that's going to tell me if I passed or failed. I wasn't ready. But I trusted myself, and I trusted my skills and my abilities, and I trusted my knowledge from both programs, and I took the test, and I passed it with an 89. Just one far point away from a 90, man. I was so mad. 1 point away from a 90. I had to get one question wrong. I could have had a 90 if I wouldn't have gotten that darn question wrong. But it was 65 questions, and that was a lot of information in my mind, like a lot. And then remember, I'm taking 2 different programs, so they're teaching 2 different techniques. So I had to remind myself which program I was doing this for, so that I can answer according to their teaching methods and their beliefs and whatever. But I completed it, and while talking to one of my skills lab partners, which we practice every week, our coaching techniques, our coaching skills to build our ability to become stronger coaches, Um, so we actually coach each other, um, talking, to the coach, because, I mean, I'm talking to you guys like you guys know what a coach does, but in case you don't know what a coach does, let me kind of try to sum it up, because it's kind of difficult for a coach to kind of explain what they do. We're not a therapist, we're not a mentor, so, we're not a counselor. We just pretty much, what's that word that I'm looking for? I just wrote it down last night. Hold up. I just wrote it down last night. What is that word that I am looking for? Self-help. Self-help. That's what it is. We just guide you and we provide you self-help. And we guide you to change, accomplish, I don't know, what's the words I want to use, like, without confusing you guys or making it seem complicated, but coaches, through, like, their guidance and their questions and their listening, help their clients reach their highest potential of what it is that they're looking for. So nothing that we do is tangible. It's not things that you can physically hold in your hand, or, just not like you're putting a project together and you're seeing it and you're holding it. No, it's changes that you do in your life, in your day-to-day living. It's changes that you do unconsciously because you're becoming a better version of yourself, or because you're, reaching those goals that you would like to reach. That's what a coach does. And because I advocate so much for parenting and mental illness, like, and I try to really expose my world out there, I wanted to help my community. So I want to focus on helping parents that have mental illness that would love to be able to parent as themselves without having their mental illness, kick in, if they even realize that it kicked in. Because I'm not gonna lie, it took me years to notice that half of the time when I was parenting, I was not parenting as myself, but under the mental health. I would try to figure out why I would get so angry over something so retarded, or why something would bother me, but it would trigger my mental health, my PTSD, my depression, my bipolar. And it took me a long time to realize that I wasn't always showing up as myself when I was parenting. So if it took me a long time to realize, I know that there has to be other people out here that don't even realize it at all. But I want to help those parents, or parents that have kids with disabilities, how to parent and support your child. Because it's important. Like, yes, they're disabled, or they have a diagnosis, but it doesn't define who they are. Like, you can guide them, embrace them, accept them, and just show them how to live, with that other part of them. I also want to work with people who have self-esteem issues, or self-love issue, or self-worth issues, stressed out. Like, I have an opportunity to coach under so many different hats, because I've worn many different hats. So I have experience. Like, I can even coach teachers, and especially like daycare teachers, preschool teachers, toddler teachers, head teachers. My nose. I used to do that for years. I was a paraprofessional. Like, with this certification, I can coach anyone who needs it, any type of guidance. Therapy doesn't always work for everybody, because therapy focuses on the past and opening, old wounds and healing and trauma and things like that. With coaching, you're not focusing on the past. You're actually focusing on your current, present life and your future. the goals that you would like to accomplish. So as an example, I'm going to give you guys, I have a goal of getting us out of this motel. Obviously, I should know that already because I've already expressed the frustration that I have living here. So my goal is to get us out of here. My goal is to buy a van, and my goal is to have us pretty much more stable mentally and healthier than what we are. These things require guidance and help. I don't really have that. Like, I'm almost my own guidance, my own help. Those that I've tried to help haven't been able to really accomplish the task, so it leaves me with figuring it out on my own. Now, I know that due to my situation ending up, having to use assistance of a wheelchair in order to be able to get around, and not being able to get my wheelchair out of the room because this place is not handicap accessible, limits me on what I can do work-wise, and obviously surviving on just the kids' SSI is not making ends meet. And my SSI still they haven't decided what they're going to do. Like, they're still making up their mind. I don't understand why it's taking so long. But in the meantime, I was trying to find another means of income where I can still provide for my family and put money to the side to get us out of here. So I have two negative factors that are really stopping me from being able to get a van and being able to get a place to live. And that is the old apartment complex that I lived in before we moved here. When they tried to put the eviction into the courthouse, the judge threw it out. But then they went behind everything and put it on my credit anyways and made it look as I abandoned the apartment complex. So that's how they got around putting it on my credit. So because I have that high debt, and at that time it was almost $14,000 on my credit that they had put, along with a repo that I have of $6,000 and some change for the car that I had to turn in when I was pregnant with Lyrical before we moved down here. And that just, between that debt and not having high income, I'm not able to find anybody that's willing to rent to us or willing to let me finance a van. So I have to find other means of making my goals work. And when coaching came into the picture, it resonated with me. I like helping people, even though I don't like being around people, which is very weird. But I love helping people, and especially families or kids. Like, I want to finish my bachelor's just so I can tutor and help kids with disabilities learn their way and what, functions for them. So, but the coaching just resonated with me because not only would it allow me to make income from here, I don't have to go anywhere, everything's virtual. It should give me financial freedom to be able to buy a mobile home instead of trying to find who to rent from, but buy my own home or my own mobile home, like, whatever I can actually afford and have the deposit down for, so then I don't have to worry about where we're going to live, what's going to happen to us down the line. We have our own, our own property, our own land. And by then I'm going to be hardwired. I can go back to work to my old contract, make money that way, and keep building my coaching business, or just find a business to coach for. But I would rather have my own coaching business because, again, I want to gear it towards the mental health community. I want to gear it towards parents. I want to gear it. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. I want to gear it towards, those that are really beating themselves up and constantly find themselves in a dark place. And I want to help you out of that dark place. I want to help you to find ways to cope with it. I want to help you find ways to grow, understand yourself, live within your own truth, embrace who you are, and know that it's okay to have a mental illness, okay to have a disability, okay to have whatever it is that you have going on with yourself. It doesn't make you any less human, and it does definitely not make you, broken. It just means that you just function differently. It just means that you're not wired the same way as everybody else. but it doesn't mean that you know what I'm saying, are like this non-lovable, non-achievable person, because you are, you know. And that's what coaching is going to allow me to do, to help people, like how I wish I would have had the help, how the support that I wish I would have had. I feel like even though the mental health community isn't always receptive to taking help or getting help, that it's valuable and we need it. So by me going into coaching, I'm trying to explore a whole new avenue, because I've seen other coaches say that they cover like mental, mindfulness, and like some put mental health, but I don't know to what extent. I just want to help you love you and embrace yourself, accept yourself for how you are. But anyways, if I wouldn't have set these goals, I'm setting these goals, and in order for me to accomplish these goals, I have to actually do action steps and things like that, and stay focused and stay, on my grind. So some people have a hard time with that. Some people actually just need support. They just need somebody that's in their corner. That's what we would do. That's what we as coaches would do, and we would help you get to the bottom of what's going on. So even if you're feeling lost, alone, confused, misunderstood, not heard, these are things that we can work on. These are things that we can work with. If you have a problem with speaking up for yourself, we can work on those techniques that get you there, and things like that. So I did the coaching because it resonated with me, and I'm like, wow, it's going to give me the freedom to not only help people, but make money and provide for my family at the same exact time. So I have a passion for this. I don't know if you guys can tell. Everybody else that I talk to, they always say, like, whenever I'm talking about like my ideas and stuff when it comes to what I want to do with this coaching, that I light up, and like my excitedness is like contagious to them. But I have a lot of ideas, like the Parenting and Mental Illness group that I created. I want to build a community in there. It's out there. You guys can request to join the group. Like, it's on Facebook, Parenting and Mental Illness group. But I want to create a community there, and in that community, I want to once a week, go live and do some coaching techniques on helping to build our own mental health and our own self-esteem and our own worth, and support each other. Like, just be each other's rock when one is having a hard time or is struggling. Why does this shirt look like that? Oh, it was the dye. I forgot. They've already told me it was the dye. What's that beeping? It did that earlier when you were in the bathroom too. Sorry y'all, there's a beeping. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it, and it's annoying. But yeah, so the coaching resonated with me, and I get to help people. Like I said, I didn't even know that I wasn't parenting correctly, because I thought it was just me parenting. But it wasn't my mental health, but it was me. But all this growth that I've been doing and learning and stuff, I've come to realize that's not accurate. I can even think of some scenarios where I can see now where I'm like, damn, I did all that yelling for what? I was yelling for what? I could have easily gotten my point across by talking. Like, I just allowed myself to get angry and agitated and started yelling. And things like that, like how to cope and how to, I want to help, not acknowledge, but like, the reason why I'm doing so well now, and even though I'm going through a kind of a depression right now, and it's in a different format than my typical depressions, is because I got to know me and my conditions. I got to know what my conditions look like within me. Because yes, there's definitions for bipolar, and there's a definition for every diagnosis. Every diagnosis has a definition. It has things to look for, things to look at, and things like that. But in each person, it looks different. In each person, it is different. If this little fruit fly don't leave me alone. in each person, it looks different and it is different. Like in my example, both of my oldest kids have the high functioning autism with mental health. It looks different in my son as than it looks in my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it does not look the same at all. It does not even function in the same format. The fudge? How you just gonna sit on my forehead, you fruit fly? Anyways, I'm over here getting beat up by a damn fruit fly that won't leave me the fuck alone. Let me live. Jesus. And I read the Bible this morning. Stop. You got me out here cussing. You laughing at me?
No,
I thought you was...
they met the girlfriend of the brother, and I'm wondering what the dad's gonna do with the boyfriend of the sister.
Oh, I thought you was laughing at me. I was about to punch you in your nose. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm ready to open this new door, like these new possibilities for us as a mental health community. Like, allow me to help you, allow me to guide you, allow me to coach you, allow me to help you find out what has you stuck in your life, like, or allow me to teach you how to take control of your mental health, however that looks within you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have control of mine about 85 to 90%. I have control of my mental health. The other percentage, the podcast can't see me, but I turn my head to the side looking somewhere else, because the other percent, I can't speak about that. I don't know what to tell y'all. Only thing I can say is I'm human, okay? I ain't a superwoman. I got enough I gotta deal with, so I ain't gotta break sooner or later, you know? So I gotta break sooner or later. So the other percentage, well, let's just say those were the meltdowns and it slipped and I didn't catch myself before and I'm already in the moment and I wasn't able to get myself and reel myself back in and take control of my emotions again. Yeah, that's the other percentage. I mean, it's not a high percentage. I did good. I did real good, y'all. Let me tell you guys something. Before I started this whole platform thing and putting my bees out there, I used to spaz at the drop of a hat. My kid could tell you. And let you do something to one of my kids, or let it be something that has to do with one of my kids or somebody that I love, especially if I'm with somebody. Oh, it'd be on and popping. I would have, like, the diarrhea of the mouth would just... And that sad part is, because of the person that birthed me, I've learned how to use my words as a knife. I don't gotta touch you. Like, I've learned how to... I'm not proud to admit this. I've learned how to manipulate a situation. If that person, and it's bad because I've done it in the past, if that person had done me wrong and I wanted payback, well, I'm not going to do payback like everybody else, because I'm not everybody else. I'm me, myself, and I. And my payback is going to be non-apologetically me. So I would take everything that I knew about that person, all their weaknesses, all their doubts, their insecurities, and I create these sharp knives with the words that I speak. And I'm very calculate and deliberate and malicious in what I'm saying. You hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you back, but I'm gonna get you where it's really gonna hurt you, and I'm gonna have you second doubting yourself and second doubting your existence, because you pissed me off, and I'm not gonna give two fucks about it. And that's not a cool way of being, but that's how I was, because I always felt like nobody gave two fucks about me and my emotions and my feelings. So why should I give two fucks about somebody else's? And if them damn rats don't stop. Lord, I read the Bible this morning. Second morning in a row, Lord, I read the Bible this morning. Why? Why? Satan, I rebuke you. You're not messing with me today. I said I was going to be productive. I said I was going to stay productive. I said I was going to accomplish and get some stuff done. You not messing with me today, buddy. No, you not. Get behind me, thee Satan. Get behind me. I ain't got time for you. Blessed up, prayed up. Get behind me, thee rat. The fuck? Lucky I ain't got no two good motherfucking legs up in this bitch. Whoo, child. Sorry, Lord. I just told you I read the Bible this morning, and here I am cussing. My apologies, but non-apologetically me. You know my heart. You know my heart, and that's all that matters. You know my heart. You definitely know my heart. You gave me my heart. You're the reason why I am how I am. When it comes to my heart. But yeah, I used to be that type of person and not give two about you. I wouldn't. Like, I really wouldn't. And then I would just walk off like my shit don't stink and keep it going. That was just me. But I never took it physical with nobody because I know I black out and I know I see red and I know that murder is the only thing that I think in my mind. So anytime I felt like I would get to a point where I really wanted to knock a bitch out, or knock a nigga out, or knock something out, I would try to separate myself. Like, I would try to, walk away and leave, because last thing I want to do is end up behind bars, and I got these disabled kids I got to take care of. So that was not going to happen. If my whole existence of being in this world is for these kids, how am I going to allow myself to get incarcerated and, be taken away from them? Like, nah, that's not a responsible parent. I'm not going to do that. Like, they didn't ask to be here, so I'm not going to go out there wilding out like a fool and then get locked up. That's not me. I'm going to find other ways of doing it, and you're just going to end up hating me in the long run, and I'm not going to give two fucks. But anyways, I'm not that person anymore. I've grown so much, and since the YouTube channel, since I started the YouTube channel to now, I've grown a lot. Like, I've watched my videos, and I'm like, girl, you just falling apart everywhere. Like, what are you doing, child? What is going on? Like, you just falling.
Damn, almost fell down the goddamn steps.
Oh.
We got shit all over the goddamn steps. I slipped, fucking held onto the rail, and slipped all the way down.
Damn.
Hell yeah, I skated down.
I ain't got no cigs. I got one left. I'm hoping Walt goes to the store for me before he go to work, because he didn't go yesterday.
You want me to go to the store for you?
If you don't want. I mean, how? When you fucked up knee?
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine now?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, if you don't mind. Because I don't got shit.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like you got the Cashapp card?
I'm fixing my shit. I can't go like this. I just fell down the steps. You see me skate down the steps, you would have been rolling. You would have rolled it. Almost, look at that big trash bag. Almost landed right in that bitch.
That's bad.
That's the first time bang. I just skated down them goddamn steps. That's the first time I've ever skated down them steps. I mean, yeah. Mother, you gotta put a warning up there. Say cone up there. Something. Man, I almost died, man. I watched my light flash before my eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. That is so funny. Oh my god, that is so funny. Ew. He said it was me? He said it was me?
Hey, I want you to look. They stop using the goddamn nephew and them stop using that stairwell. You notice that? I went up that stairwell the other day, got in, they look like this week. Every day it looks like that.
That's the Albanians, man.
What is it?
That's them people.
They would have thrown us out of here.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Why they keep them here?
And they bring more. They're taking over.
That's nasty, dude. Don't nobody deserve to clean that shit up, man.
That's crazy. Like, yeah. Sorry, y'all. When people don't have cigarettes, they come and they buy the cigarettes from me. Because we don't actually have a store that's like, you know, close. I ran out of cigarettes, so I should have gave him the other card. That was so retarded of me. Why did I do that? Why? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And I didn't even do this right. I sort of not do this right. Hold on. Close this. Do this. You guys, I'm all over the place right now. I hate when people interrupt me when I'm doing my content because it throws me off. But it's my life. It is what it is. It's where I live. It is what it is. It's who I am. It is what it is. People always come to talk and vent and things like that. So, yeah. I'm always being... Delano, stop! And Lyrical's still asleep. Respect that, please. Yo, his autism, he really needs his vitamins. His autism has been, like, off. His autism, yo, that boy just, the yelling, the bouncing everywhere with the ADHD, the full-blown tantrum when you get fed up and take the phone away. He makes it very hard for me to remember that he's my child and that everything that I do is for him, so I can't take him out of this world, because then it defeated the purpose of everything that I've been through. And then I end up behind bars, exactly where I, kept myself out of all these years. I'm trying to put this sock on, y'all, and can't figure out how to let my leg go. I'm having more problems with my legs, and I'm sorry, this was an organized video. It was gonna be all just about coaching, but it got messed up. I can't get back in my zone again, so I might as well just end y'all video here. Continue with my podcast people, showing them some love, you feel me, and re-record with y'all. I got this. That's what's up. My noggin is working. It's working. Yes, it is. Alright, so this is it for y'all. I hope y'all have a nice day. Be blessed. And I'll have to redo the whole coaching thing again, like for real, because life just did what it did. And I'm just rolling with the punches. Toops. The only way I don't get hurt. Alright, later.